Good afternoon. We'll discuss regarding a disease condition that is known as emphysema. Okay, so we'll see the disease condition emphysema, what it is. I'll share the slide now. So emphysema, it is a respiratory disorder, one type of respiratory disorder. So these are the outlines we'll be discussing regarding the emphysema. What are they? Brief of overview of the lungs. What is emphysema? Pathophysiology of emphysema. Classification of emphysema. What are the causes of emphysema? Signs and symptoms. Medical complication. Diagnosis. Treatment. Overview. So before going to the disease condition, we'll see a brief overview of the lungs. What is this? So already we know, we have studied regarding the anatomy and physiology of the lungs. So the lungs are a spongy-like structure that lie within the chest, protected by the rib cage. So we know that the lungs are a sponge-like structures which will be lying within the chest, protected by the rib cage. They are made up of progressively branching air passages, the smallest of which end in minute air sacs, that is alveoli. So we know that they are made up of a branching air passages, which will be ending in a air sacs, that is known as the alveoli. In these air sacs, inhaled oxygen is transferred to the bloodstream and carbon dioxide is transferred from the blood into the exhaled breath. Okay, so we know that these air sacs only, they will be giving the inhaled oxygen. It is the inhaled oxygen through this air sac only, it is transferring to the bloodstream, and from this and the carbon dioxide from the air sac only, it is coming by the blood and will be exhaling this carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is a brief overview of the lungs. You can see here picture of the lungs, normal lungs, how it will be. So next we'll see the emphysema, what it is. Emphysema is a type of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Okay, so you know, we know that what is this chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So it is a nothing. It is a, we will be, this chronic pulmonary obstructive pulmonary disease is a condition in which we will be seeing some obstruction in the lungs, and it will be a life-threatening condition. So this emphysema is also a cause for the chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It is a preventable and treatable disease that makes it difficult to empty air out of the lungs. Okay, so empty air means that oxygen will be taking, but the carbon dioxide we have to empty it. So when the person is suffering from this emphysema, that carbon dioxide will be not able to come out, empty the air. Okay, so the meaning is that emphysema is a condition that involves damage to the wall of air sacs of the lung, making it difficult to breathe. Okay, so what is happening here? We are seeing when the person will be suffering from emphysema means when there is a damage to the wall of a air sacs. Okay, so the alveoli, when we are seeing some damage in the alveoli, then when there is a damage, then only the air will be not coming out. Okay, so the person feels difficult to breathe because through the alveoli only will be inhaling and exhaling. Means through the alveoli only the oxygen will be coming from the alveoli, this air sacs. Okay, so that is the meaning of emphysema. So emphysema is nothing that we are seeing a damage in the wall of the air sacs. Next we'll go for the pathophysiology. So we know that there is a airway of healthy lungs have elastic properties. When you breathe in, each air sacs fill up with air, and when you breathe out, the air sac deflect and air goes out. Okay, so how these alveoli air sacs are functioning means when we breathe, When we breathe, the air, the alveoli, that is the air sacs, it will fills with the air. And when we breathe out, so the air sacs will deflate, means the air will come out. Okay, so that is the process. Continued exposure to noxious substances causes destruction of the walls of the alveoli. The alveoli membrane surface area decreases, thus lessening the area available for gas exchange. Destruction of pulmonary capillary occurs. You can see in the picture, this is the normal alveoli, and when the person will be suffering from the emphysema, you can see there is a damaged alveoli. You can see in the picture how there, the alveoli will be damaged. So the short pathophysiology I will show you. Airway obstruction occurs in emphysema because the alveoli that normally supports the airway cannot do so during inhalation or exhalation. Okay, so when there is a airway obstruction in the emphysema, airway obstruction means we are seeing some obstruction in the airway pathway. So due to that, there is a different disturbance in the inhalation and exhalation. Without their support, the breathing tubes collapse, causing obstruction to the flow of air. You can see here. So in a short, I have. You can see this. So healthy lungs. When there is a healthy lung, the alveoli will be healthy, and some harmful particulars trapped in alveoli. When there is some harmful particles, what happens? Inflammatory response triggers. You will be seeing some inflammation, and these inflammatory chemicals dissolve alveolar septum, and at last there is a large air cavity lined with carbon deposits formed. So at last, what we will be seeing, some carbon type deposition will be seeing in the alveoli, and at last the lungs will be suffered by this emphysema. Next, we'll go for the classification. So emphysema has 4 principal classifications classified according to the site of damage. Okay, so we are seeing 4 types of emphysema. These types are classified into the damage, how the damage is present in the air sac or in the alveoli in the when the person is suffering from emphysema. So the 4 types of classification are centria-cinar emphysema, pana-cinar, paraseptal emphysema, irregular emphysema. First, that is the centria-cinar emphysema. So what it is? It is also called as centrilobular emphysema. So the other name for this centria-cinar emphysema is centrilobular emphysema. Occurs with damage to lung tissues around respiratory bronchioles, whilst sparing distal alveoli, affects upper lobe of the lungs and damage to your respiratory passageways. So when this centria-cinar emphysema is occurred, when we are seeing some damage in the lung tissue. Okay, and also it will be affecting the upper lobes of the lungs, and also we are seeing a damage in the respiratory passageways, and it is associated with long standing cigarette smoking. Okay, so this type of emphysema, that is centria-cinar emphysema, will be suffered will be mostly affected by the person who are cigarette smoking. Okay, who is taking the cigarette continuous, they will be affecting by this centria-cinar emphysema. Next is a pana-cinar emphysema. It is also called as panlobular emphysema. So in this, what we are seeing, there is a permanent destruction of the air spaces. Okay, so that is the alveoli. So here the alveoli is destroyed. Okay, involves all lung fields, particularly the bases. Generally observed in patient with alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. Okay, so this pana-cinar emphysema is affected in the patients who are having this alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. Okay, So what is this alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency? This alpha-1 antitrypsin is a protein which will be getting by the liver, and it is very important for the lungs. So when we are not getting sufficient protein by the liver for the lungs, then the patient will be suffering from this pana-acinar emphysema. Next is a paraseptal emphysema. It is also called as distal acinar emphysema. Okay. So what happens here? We are seeing that there is a dilation of distal airway structures, alveoli ducts and alveoli sacs. So we are seeing there is a dilation of the airway structures and alveoli ducts and alveoli sacs. Okay. So this is known as a paraseptal emphysema. The last is the irregular emphysema. It is also known as paraciatricial emphysema. And what we are seeing, there is a emphysetamic changes adjacent to areas of pulmonary scarring. Okay, so we will be seeing some scars in the lungs which will cause this irregular emphysema. So these are the 4 types of emphysema. They are the centriacinar emphysema, pana-acinar emphysema, paraseptal emphysema, irregular emphysema. Okay, next we'll go for the causes. So what are the causes? So the main emphysema can be caused by irritant you breathe in. Okay, so mostly the person will be suffering by the emphysema, which the irritants which will be exposed when you will breathe. Okay, so the main is occupational exposure to chemical irritants. So example, in the industries, we will be inhaling the chemical smell. Okay, so that inhale chemicals, what we'll be inhaling, that is also one irritant. So this will also cause emphysema. And exposure to environmental pollutants, that is certain fume, coal or dust. So this dust is also one type of pollution through which will be affecting by this emphysema. And one more cause is that inherited genetic defect. Okay, so that is alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. Okay, so we know that this alpha-1 antitrypsin, it is a protein which will be getting by the liver, which will protect the lungs. Okay, so when it is affected, when the liver is not able to provide this alpha-1 antitrypsin, then the person will be affecting by this emphysema. Okay, so these were the causes. Next, we'll go for the signs and symptoms. So the person who will be suffering from emphysema, they will be having shortness of breath, that is a breathing difficulty, wheezing sound. Okay, so when they will cough, we'll be seeing some wheezing sound. Cyanosis, so you know that cyanosis is the bluish discoloration of the skin. Mostly we'll be seeing blue or gray lips or fingernails. Okay, so in the picture you can see the color of the fingernails. It is a blue or blue color, like you can see. Hyperinflation, barrel-shaped chest. So the shape of the chest will be like a barrel, constant coughing or need to clear the throat. Okay, so the person who will be suffering from emphysema, they will be having constant cough. They feel that they have to clear the cough from the throat. So continuously they will be coughing. Difficulty in concentration, because they will be having breathing problem, they will be having cough, so they will not able to concentrate to the other work or anything. So these are the signs and symptoms for emphysema. Next is the pneumonia. Okay, so these are the complications for the emphysema. What are they? Pneumonia, collapsed lung, heart problems, death. Okay, so the person who is suffering from emphysema, if they are not taking treatment in the correct time, they will be having these complications. They are the pneumonia, collapsed lung, heart problems, and death. So pneumonia, what is pneumonia? It is nothing, that is the infection in the lungs through which we will be seeing fluid collection or pus collection in the lung. And collapsed lung also, that is the damage of lung. Okay, heart problems, the person will be suffering from heart problems, and last, death, if they are not curing it in the correct time. These are the complications. Next is a diagnosis. So how we'll be diagnosing the emphysema? Diagnosis can be made by performing physical examination for symptom manifestation. Okay. So through physical examination, we will be doing the symptom manifestation. Okay. So symptom manifestation means what the signs and symptoms we can identify through the physical examination. Like we are seeing there is a shortness of breath. So decreased breath sounds through the stethoscope. So through the stethoscope, we'll be able to hear the breath sounds. Rounded fingertips, that is the clubbing. So you can assess the fingertips. Pursed lip breathing. So the person, they will be taking the pursed lip breathing. Through the lips, forcefully he will taking the breath. Hypoxemia. Hypoxemia is nothing, decreased oxygen level in the blood. Hypercarbia. So it is nothing, we'll be seeing high level of carbon dioxide in the blood. So these are some diagnostic tests. Other is cyanosis. As we know, if the person is not getting sufficient oxygen in the blood, the skin color of the person's body will be bluish. Increased chest size or barrel chest. So this all through the physical examination only will be identified. So you can see the chest is like a barrel shape. Malnutrition, muscles slowly waste away in advanced emphysema. And the doctors, they will prescribe some other medical imaging test. They are the chest x-ray and CT scan of chest. So the chest x-ray, we'll be seeing some abnormally large lungs. Okay, so when you will do the chest x-ray, we'll be seeing that the lungs will be enlarged. And in CT scan, we'll be seeing some small pockets of air throughout the lungs. Okay, because we'll be not able to remove the air. So the air will, small pocket type air will be present in the lungs when we are doing the CT scan. And other diagnosis test, pulmonary function test. It is a simple test that measures airway obstruction. Okay, so when we'll do this pulmonary function test, we'll be identifying where the obstruction is present. And next is a complete blood count. So through this, we'll be identifying whether the patient is getting sufficient oxygen. Okay. So these are the diagnostic tests. Through the physical examination, we can identify. Next is a treatment. So treating emphysema focuses on improving emphysema symptoms. Like how we have to treat this. So main, we know that smoking. Okay, the person who will be continue smoking, they will be suffering from this emphysema. So we have to tell the person to stop the smoking. Medications are usually prescribed to widen the airways. So as we know, there will be a airway obstruction. To widen that, we'll be using some bronchodilators. Okay, so the bronchodilators are through these bronchodilators, we'll be clearing the airway pathway. We'll smoothen it and reduce swelling in the airway. Anti-inflammatory drugs will be giving, as we'll be seeing some swelling in the airway. Okay, so we'll be giving steroids and antibiotic to treat the lung infection. Oxygen therapy, because patient will be having shortness of breath. So for that, we'll be giving oxygen therapy. And lung volume reduction surgery is a surgical removal of lung areas of damaged lung. Pulmonary rehabilitation. Okay, pulmonary rehabilitation means we'll be providing how we have to take a pursed lip breathing exercise, some type of exercises we will advise through which they will be feel comfortable to breathe. Lung transplantation is the most drastic of emphysema treatment. So even it will become chronic when the lungs are damaged, then at last we'll be going for the lung transplantation. So this was the treatment. So the main treatment is that we have to stop, we have to advise the patient to stop for smoking. We'll be providing medications like bronchodilators to widen the airways and reduce the swelling in the, so to reduce the swelling in the airway, we'll be providing some steroids and antibiotics we'll give to treat the lung infection. Oxygen therapy, lung volume reduction surgery, pulmonary rehabilitation, and lung transplantation. So this was regarding the emphysema. So we overview will go through what it is. It is a condition that involves damage to the wall of air sacs of the lung, consequently causing short of breath. Okay. So emphysema is nothing. We are saying there is a damage in the air sac, that is the alveoli, which will provide shortness of breath. And the damaged wall causes the alveoli to be continuously filled up with air, which build up in air sacs, causing expansion. And the alveoli may break or become damaged and form scar tissues. And the diagnosis we'll be doing by the physical examination and by some medical imaging techniques. While damaged airways don't regenerate and there is no cure, emphysema is preventable and the condition can be managed using medications and adjustment to lifestyle. Okay, so this was the overview of emphysema. So we have gone through the condition that is regarding emphysema. Okay. Thank you.